What the?
Floss tube.
I didn't know you were ready yet. It's fine.
So
it's
sorry.
Funny.
How is everybody on this wonderful Saturday night?
I'm fine. How are you?
Cold. Flipping cold. I don't like the cold. Not a fan. I want warm weather. Well, as soon as YouTube decides to tell me that we have the live video going on the, the thingy, I'll link it onto our socials. My socials. Somebody's socials. Come on, YouTube.
I have it live on mine.
It's not showing up on mine. There we are. Shh, shh, shh. I have to yell at my phone to shush. Okay, there we are. We're live. Hello, Andrea.
I'm actually unalive.
Seriously?
Wait. I'm a millennial.
Okay, then.
I thought that would be
Then
good.
I want that. Then I need to find... I don't think I have the picture I want on here. We're going to find out. This is literally the sum total of how my weekend has been going today, folks. How's y'all doing today? Could you entertain the people while I'm...
Okay, Johnny on the spot. Well, here's how far I am on my little electrical hazard high voltage sign. Yay. And I'm going to get started on that shortly. How you doing, Andrea? What's up? Anybody else here say hi, Odie? 1 second. Notifications coming. It's thunderstorming, and I'm hoping we keep power.
Boy.
That blows. Hopefully, no, let me rephrase that. Hopefully that doesn't blow your breaker. Yeah, lightning is probably... I don't know. No, lightning isn't actually the most dangerous thing. It's actually people driving in the wind.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And I don't know what's worse. Because one, the wind affects people driving. And two, way too many people forget that you can't stop on a dime in wet roads.
Yes.
La 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 la.
Goodness gracious. Hi, Bridget.
Hi, Brigitte. How are you?
Hello.
How you doing, Bridget?
Okay. How about that? There's that. And, headache. I'm sorry you have a headache.
Sorry, it blows.
I have the cover photo. I'm working on... What is this? A good take. Long dog. I don't have the cover photo.
Go look at our last 4 videos.
Yeah. Not Mondays, not this week's, because I didn't have it for that. Watch this coming up Monday's video, or Tuesday's video, because it'll be posted on Tuesday. I'll have it for that. I think. Maybe. Possibly. I will.
So, send me good vibes And somebody shoot that fracking frog for me, okay?
No froggies. Bad froggies. Your hair looks funky when I bend my head down.
You know what? I really should get a little Grogu. He eats frogs. Yeah, there we go.
I have a Grogu. You can't have my Grogu.
Get my own.
Pew pew frog. Pew pew. Pew pew. So here we go. Black thread. Black stitches. I'm so tired of black stitches.
Hey, honey.
What? Yes, hi. You're in my space.
I was demonstrating we're stitching with the same color.
Yes, we are stitching with the same color.
I was trying to be all 310 club with you.
Nothing worse than last week. I had to frog an entire outline of the mask. Hold, please. Mask I'm stitching because I was, oh dear, that would upset me. Because I'm off by one. And it wouldn't match up. I hate it when things don't match up.
I remember when I was stitching dragons and I was seeing if it lined up. And I was praying that it did because I thought I was literally like, if this doesn't line up, depending on how bad it is and how many stitches it was, because I stitched the entire border. I was like, if this doesn't line up, I'm probably going to just have to burn the thing.
The fabric was far too expensive for you to have burned it.
Well, they wouldn't have survived frogging 4,000 or 5,000 stitches.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's why I was so happy when it lined up. Ask her. I was jumping up and down like a little kid.
Pretty sure this stitch is too sitting. Hold, please. No, it is sitting like it's supposed to. It just looks right. This one stitch just looks really wide. I'm stitching a single line. So every 10 stitches, I'm crossing the X. So when I get to the end of the line, I can count by tens and know how many stitches I did. Great trick. Even for counting your stitches or even just figuring out how long your line is. This is why I like starting in the center and working outwards. Whenever I try to do it from the top center, I mess up exactly. But yeah, here I am. I started at the top center on this. I have no faith in my ability to not mess this up.
I will say it did help with Dragons of Sumatra and with Squirrels for that matter, because it's a repeating pattern. So instead of counting stitches, I counted the repetitions. There are, I believe, 26 humps in the top of Dragons in the Squirrels. I'm just going off memory.
Okay, then. There's 4 people watching us and only 2 people talking.
That's normal. Also, I think you count as one of them.
I don't have it up on my phone, though.
No, you have it right there. They count. When I have that up for Twitch, that counts as one viewer.
I don't think it counts out like that on YouTube.
Okay.
You're one of the 2 people talking, Bridget. I mean, in fairness.
True with that. Bridget, true that.
Words are hard.
Well, also, I tried not to call her Mountain Dew. My ADD dyslexia cardinal. Oh my God.
What?
Cardinal!
Oh. You know what cardinals are supposed to mean? Cardinals mean you're being visited by a deceased loved one.
Try to get a picture of the little bugger.
Mountain Dew Joe, really?
Yes. Because the R and the E kind of blended together this far away at that size. Keep in mind I'm two arm lengths from the monitor.
Yeah. Tonight it wasn't ADD squirrel, it was ADD cardinal.
It's kind of funny. Every now and then I sit there and look at myself and go, how in the name of God's great mercy can my ADHD brain do this?
Well, you know. Once in a while I sit there and look at myself and go, boy, I'm weird. Like, have you ever done something so weird you think, good God, I am a weird person? Because I do. Like, I totally do stuff. I see them every day at home to visit. At the home to visit. I'll be, aww. Yes.
Hon, every millisecond of my existence is weird.
I mean, really, there are definitely times where I wonder.
Like, when people tell me that's the normal way to do things, I feel cringe.
I feel very weird by myself sometimes.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah. We're our clan is in play. A Myth of Magic Stitches Wars. Hi, Tamara. And they're chatting. I was like, y'all, I'm on live. Weird is better anyways. Yeah.
Amen, amen, I say to thee.
Weird is entertaining. Although sometimes I do some really weird stuff.
Like, I accidentally got a new job where my old job was one of their vendors. I did not know that until after I accepted the position.
Yep.
Because it's the other... my old
what
job...
What even is normal anyways? That is that... Who? That is...
Scotty! How's it going?
That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure. Sorry,
Normal
I'm late.
is...
We just finished dinner. Well, we were a little early tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah. Like, we're supposed to start in 4 minutes. Normal is the setting on a washing machine.
Normal is on our washing machine. We don't have a normal setting on our washing machine.
Exactly, because it's our washing machine.
Should tell you something. But yeah.
Well, since a lot more people are here, this is where I am so far. This is the high voltage pattern from dailycrossstitch.com. I don't have a cover photo, but it's literally look up any high voltage symbol you've ever seen. The black triangle with the yellow interior and the little lightning bolt in the middle. That's a high voltage warning sign. I actually want this for work, and I'm going to use this at work. One, I want to see the look on the safety guy's face.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And I know how I want to FFO this.
Okay.
Do you remember the orange caution triangle that I fished out of the water?
Yes.
Can we put this on that? If I can find it where the heck I put it.
I can't remember where we put it. Okay.
It's in the basement, by the way.
So, I'm over here I left the pattern cover over there. No, I didn't. I actually did bring it over here. There's something wrong with me. All right. So I do have a pattern cover of Good Type. That's what I'm on. I'm stitching a nice long black line.
Which, as weird as this sounds, mainly for Scotty's benefit, stitching a really long straight line is actually really, really hard.
It is.
because you have no reference points for the most part, and it's usually like I gotta count 100 stitches.
Especially when you're stitching on even weave over 2.
Yeah,
And
I
there's no stitches above it. And you're sitting here going, oh, God, I got to count every single little boom, boom.
So she got to count over 100 by 2. So she got to do 200 stitches, so 200 holes and 100 stitches.
Yes. It is lovely challenge. If I were to try, I'd biff it up hardcore. I've had some cattywampus nights.
I got 20 stitches into even weave and gave the floss to her and said, I can't do this.
He did. He's like, nope, go dye me a piece of Aida. And so I did.
Literally, my ADD imploded. Like, literally, my brain short-circuited. And I don't know if you noticed this, but I was literally sitting there like this, looking at the holes, trying to make sure I had it right. And after about 2 minutes, I went, no, I can't do this.
I am crossing my X's every 10 stitches just to help me count because...
Oh, and this, Scotty, is what she means by crossing. You start by putting half of the stitch one way, going this way, and then you come back to cross the stitch to complete the X, like I'm doing here. I don't know if they can.
Yeah, you can see it. And Tamara just explained basically what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm doing the first leg, and then every 10th stitch, I'm making the X over to help me count.
Mm-hmm.
And that's totally what I did with the top line here when I did the first of the top part of the top line, because it would drive me bonkers. So, hi Teresa, are you on early? We are on a little bit early. So we like to say between 6:30 and 7 is our start time. Most of the time it ends up being 7. Tonight we were able to start a little bit early, so we just started early. Let folks kind of pop on. Haven't missed much. Talking about what is normal. Showing our projects off. You guys I just showed off a good tyke. And Joe's showing off high voltage. And that's what we're stitching on. And yesterday I went to a quilt show at the IX Center to promote my EGA Guild.
Explain EGA for those that might not know.
Embroidery Guild of America.
Thank you.
So it's a national organization that promotes embroidery work, hand embroidery work. And we were at a quilt show. Not entirely sure that. I'm just glad I finally remembered. I tried to do my best to make sure everybody would remember. I did that in high school, but my design wasn't dense threadwise, and it turned out mediocratic. Well, some designs are actually not meant to be dense threadwise. There are certain designs that are called primitive, that the look is supposed to be very, I guess you would say, threadbare, just because that's the look. Hello, Lynn.
Greetings.
I'm working on Cricut Collection, A Walk in the Woods. Ooh, A Walk in the Woods.
That sounds like a really good time. And then you can do a really not in any way perverted song about checking for ticks.
Nope, not in any way perverted at all. So, my EGA president, my Embroidery Guild of America, my EGA president, is stitching A Year in the Woods by Cottage Garden Samplings. she's stitching the jackrabbit for her husband and the fox and the jackrabbit. And I was like, oh, I have all of them. She goes, there's more. I said, there's 12 of them. They were yearly release. She goes, don't tell my husband. It was supposed to be a teddy bear, and it was, but I took creative liberties and added bell bottoms and a t-shirt. Nice. Creative liberties are the best kind of liberties.
Like, hey, Scotty, you know I don't know, I don't know where you are, you probably, you know those triangular yellow reflective symbols they put on trailers and tractors and all that, so that basically denote caution, move slow, doesn't need a license plate? Yeah, I fished one of those out of Lake Erie while magnet fishing, and I'm going to pull it out of storage and use that with this.
We should go magnet fish the river.
You want to know my one problem with magnet fishing?
What?
The number of videos I've seen where they had to call the cops.
Well, I mean, now that would be funny. And any mistakes could probably... We call it personalization.
I call it, I ran out of that floss and I'm not going to open up an entire new skein for one square. It's the color next to it.
So the dog on this, a good tyke, it calls for 16.6 yards of floss. The DMC skein is 8 yards. Yeah.
How long is a Sullivan's?
8 yards. We are going to Creative Liberty this and do a blended thread on the dog. That could be real interesting. I'm praying I don't run out.
Well, luckily with DMCs, you can just go get more.
Yeah. Yeah. And it calls for 40. It calls for 41.3 yards of black. That's a lot of black.
Hey, honey.
Why do I stitch stuff with so much black? What?
Because you bought a cone.
That is true. I have a cone of doom. Like, I have a cone of black. It is ginormous. Like this big. I have barely put a dent in it.
Well, what?
I feel like I have barely put a dent in it. And I've stitched some things in a lot of black. I mean, Raven Queen had a ton of black.
Evanora and Claire.
Yes, Evanora and Claire. They're basically all black. There's something else I stitched, where I'm stitching that has a crap ton of black. I need to invest in a cone of black. Here's what I have to say about a cone of black. Seems like a good idea. But black thread fabric degradates rather quickly over time. Or, all thread and fabric will degrade over time. Black degrades the fastest. And I can tell. I've got a ton of heavy black thread. I use it for sewing headbands because it's stronger than sewing thread. Yeah, well, with embroidery floss, I hate stitching white, and everything I seem to like so much lately is so much white. That's how I feel with the black. And Andrea has a cone of black and ecru.
It don't matter if you're black or white.
I stitch a lot of things with.
I seriously want to get a black cat and name them 310. No, I want to name them C310.
C310. That would be funny. Keepsakes has a black cat named 310.
Well, so I was going to add the C.
Mm-hmm.
Or 3, no, actually be 310C would be better because it'd be black cat.
Okay.
Yes, this is the things that run through my brain, and my filter currently doesn't work.
Okay. I bought yesterday. Okay, so at the Quilt Trail, we're sitting at the EGA booth. We got there like noon. We're sitting there. I didn't know that about thread. It might be interesting. Yes. This is something that I randomly learned one day. Black thread will start to degrade faster over time. It's something to do with the dye and the amount of dye in it to get it black. But I don't know that. So straight at the quilt show, at the EGA booth, we're sitting there, and across the way from us, across the aisle from us, there was a lady who was selling. Now she was from California. She was selling these quilt patterns that like had heavy black work on them, black and red work. And I mean, we're talking like, the whole center panel of some of her black quilts had black work designs in them. It was very Civil War themed stuff. Like there was a lot of Civil War themed stuff. She was African American, so a lot of it was in nod to the African American Regiment in the Union, the Underground Railroad, and all of that. I thought it was cool. I could have bought like everything this woman was selling and still wanted more, but it is all black work.
Hey, honey.
What?
I love you.
What?
But we're about 2 hobbies away from needing a new house.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I just did.
Well, okay, so the thing with the quilt, so I did buy a couple of her patterns. I bought 3 of them. 2 of them, I'm pretty sure I can feasibly do on, like a piece of even weave, because they're not super big. They're like little itty bitties. So I can easily, the one, not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I organized my floss that I just threw into large Ziploc bags, and instead of putting it away, I had 3 bags, and instead of hunting for what I wanted, I would buy more. I found 27 skeins of black. Lena! So I inherited...
I'm Googling
that
something. You talk.
That doesn't include what was in kits. So I inherited, a friend of mine bought a bunch of embroidery supplies on Facebook Marketplace because she wanted wooden hoops. And the lady was selling wooden hoops, but she wasn't selling them by themselves. So my friend bought this lot of embroidery supplies that had the wooden hoops. She didn't spend, I don't know, she spent like $10 on it. It had, I think, a dozen or so wooden hoops in it. And then a bunch of stamped surface embroidery and stamped cross stitch things in it. I have so many multiple skeins of certain colors. It's ridiculous. Because she gave me all of everything else. She took the hoops and she's like, here, I don't want the rest of this. So I took out the flosses. I wasn't interested in the surface embroidery stuff, and half of it was half done, and it wasn't done well. Might be why the lady was selling it. So I just took the flosses, and there we go. Yeah, there's a lot of multiples. A lot of multiples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. I can count today.
It's a miracle, a miracle.
You don't realize how hard counting is until you have a hobby that involves counting. Let me tell you. Trying to learn how to knit. Not going so well. Can't figure out how to cast on.
Yeah, it'll probably
True story.
Would you like to hear your best option?
What?
How many people at one day know how to knit?
Quite a few.
Why don't you ask them?
How many of them said they would help me learn how to knit?
Did you ask any of them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, them too.
The one lady who wants to teach people how to knit wants to be paid for it.
Really? You want your friends to pay you to learn how to?
I am, apparently there are several people in Daylilies that are good knitters. So if I don't get it down by the May Daylilies meeting, I'm probably going to haul everything to Daylilies with me and at the morning stitching part go, help.
Help me, Hobie, what can Hobie? You're my only help.
Well, I'm totally going to say that to somebody. You know. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, yesterday was fun. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Unicorns! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10.
I would you like to enter my mind when you said that, Scotty? You really want to know what entered my brain when you said that?
What entered your brain when she said that, Joseph?
Oh yeah, the delay's a little bit of a brat.
Yeah. Me too, Scotty.
So, have we started drinking early today? Like, if you're starting to see pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows, you either did something right or did something wrong, and I don't know which.
What's wrong with unicorns?
If you're seeing them on rainbows.
Well, you know. If you're in Myth and Magic Stitching Wars, the unicorn came to visit, so we're seeing the unicorn.
Are they dancing on rainbows?
I don't know.
Also, I might actually use that in an encounter now.
Great.
Pink fluffy unicorns that shoot rainbows.
Guess it's better than fighting a poop monster.
Yes. I turned a gelatinous cube into a gelatinous cube of poop.
Yeah. I'm just chilling, and that mean sound on TikTok just popped in my head. We also had to fight boy bands.
She was there for that.
I know.
First they had to defeat Hanson, and then they had to defeat NSYNC.
Yes. We also fought Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm. That was their Christmas special.
That was so funny.
Yeah. That is permanently in my brain.
I was never much into Hanson.
My niece was very much into Hanson. If you can't tell by the fact that I literally can just spout that out 2 decades later.
No, I thought it was you that was into Hanson.
I will leave this stream and not come back.
How to check off your husband. Okay.
How to get divorced? Saying I liked Hanson. Salt the very core of my soul.
That was funny. I still can't get over the killer hair.
The hair monster that you barbecued.
Oh. Yeah. 10, 20, 40. 100. I suppose at least we didn't have to fight. I don't know.
Don't say it. I'll do it.
I had a thought and then it vacated.
Here's the thing about D&D for those that don't know. Think of some character or actor in pop culture. Google it with D&D homebrew, and you will find a stat block. I found over 100 Mariah Carey Christmas spirit stat blocks.
I mean, I could have come up with some other musical people we could have fought that I would have enjoyed beating the snot out of. Yesterday, I carpooled with someone yesterday, and she was like, well, what kind of music do you want to listen to? Like, I'm generally not fussy. I just object to secular rap and one particular country artist. She goes, okay, good, on both accounts, because I did name the country artist. She goes, okay, good, because I don't like them either.
Hey, honey, want a joke?
What?
Do you know what rap and scissors have in common?
What?
They both lose to rock.
That's good. I gotta remember that.
I got it off of the TikToks.
I gotta remember that, though. That's good. That's good. Because it's true. Although I have to say, now when I say I don't like rap, I have to say secular rap, because there is a Christian hip-hop artist that I really like.
I don't have a problem with rap music. I have a problem with people glorifying drug, sex, murder, and beating on their women.
Fair. Although there are some country songs now that are about sex. Well, there always have been, but there seem to be more now.
Let me rephrase that. Stupid indiscretions in sex. Like, she caught me she caught me here, she caught me there, she caught me here, she got me here.
Wasn't me. Okay, but that first song was funny.
Do you want to know the only thing that ran through my head when I first heard that song?
What?
Dumbass, go to a hotel room.
Yeah. Well, you know.
If you got enough money to have that many different women in your damn house, go to a hotel room. Jeez.
It wasn't multiple women. It was just...
I think in the video it was multiple people. I don't remember.
Okay, anyways.
Still, dumbass. Okay.
Okay then.
Where's our cardinal to distract me?
Where'd the cardinal go? Squirrel!
Oh, they're asleep. Or the cat's got him.
They're asleep. They're around. They're just not around right now. Means I need to put more seed in the bird feeder. I get special bird seed to attract songbirds. Like cardinals. I like the squirrels. I like our squirrels. Our squirrels entertain me. They play out here on the trees and on the sidewalk. That's what I do. My life is boring.
That's not boring, dummy.
I'm partial to trash pandas. I do not like trash pandas. They are mean fudgers.
I like trash pandas as long as they're not. As long as they're as wary of me as I am of them, I have no problem with trash pandas. When the trash panda isn't afraid of you, run.
Yeah. Chipmunks! Chipmunks are slightly destructive.
I have never seen I have seen a streak that I think maybe could have been a chipmunk. But most of the chipmunks I've seen have been thanks to a cat.
We had chipmunks over by the old house in Elyria.
I couldn't tell whether they were. That
Yeah,
was
they
the
were
streaks. Like, they never stuck around so I could look at them.
But at least I don't bake my weather predictions on an overgrown, destructive rodent. Just saying. Flying squirrels. Squirrels cause my dumb dog to jump the fence at least once a day. Not a fan. Well, okay, I get that. So at our old house in Elyria, one day, I'm sitting there. And it was, I know, the weather was fairly warm because we had the windows open. And I hear this very loud scream come from the neighbor's house. And of course, you know, I'm friends with the neighbor. Hummingbirds, I love hummingbirds, but hummingbirds, I don't get hummingbirds in my yard. I have tried to attract hummingbirds and they just don't come in my yard. I don't know why. My mother gets young hummingbirds out in the country. So, anyways, I'm sitting there and I hear this scream emanate from the neighbor's house. And I text message the neighbor and I'm like, what is going on over there? She's like, we were out on the back porch. Now they had at that point in time, they had like an enclosed back porch that you walked in to get to the house. And above that was an outdoor back porch. Because these are all Victorian era homes. So sleeping porches were a thing when these houses were built. Because our house used to have a sleeping porch, but it got enclosed into a sunroom. Okay. She's like, we were out on the upstairs porch, and a squirrel legitimately jumped from the tree, like, attacked us. The squirrel jumped from the tree onto the porch. Probably it did it a lot. And people weren't there. It's just so happened that they were there at that one point in time, and it scared the living crap out of them. We have a squirrel that comes up on the porch and waves its tail at our corgi, and then she goes nuts barking. Aren't animals fun? So, now I send my old neighbor attack squirrel memes. Our Pomeranian chases them all over the... I'm pretty sure our Greyhound just wants to be friends with it. Because that's how our Greyhound is. Our Greyhound wants to be friends with everyone.
What's funny is I was originally thinking of doing like a attack squirrel druid, but unfortunately Marvel kind of ruined that because they have a character named Squirrel Girl. She literally, through the power of friendship, has made the most powerful beings in Marvel sit down, shut up, behave, and leave. And for some reason, due to her squirrel powers, like one time,
That would be a handy skill.
She actually defeated somebody by literally sending 100 squirrels into their pants. Not to fight, just to run around.
That would be uncomfortable as sin.
Oh, and they were also moving the entire time.
That would be very uncomfortable.
Well, they caught them and like they were so distracted she was able to put them in magic dampening handcuffs.
That's very weird.
Yeah, she's like one of the most. She's one of the.
It's very weird, Marvel. That's very weird.
Yeah. It's like somebody tried to make a joke about squirrels, and literally it's just become this character that just doesn't give a crap and beats up the guy who was the main villain of the Marvel movies.
Oh my. Checking. Really, I'm checking baseball scores. Shouldn't have checked baseball scores. Wait, we're in the lead. We're tied now. Moving on. Back to stitching my line of black stitches.
Yes, I just did that.
What? What'd you do?
The flashlight.
Oh. Yeah. I'm telling you. This dark fabric and this black thread is not my friend.
Yeah, black on white, and I'm having trouble.
Oh, yeah.
We really do need to replace that light.
Is that light even? Oh, yeah, it is. Is that light even on? Yes, it is. We need a new light in
here. It's on the list. It said, we don't really need the money to replace it. We need the skilled workers to replace it.
And right now, finding those people is kind of challenging. We had an electrician guy, but I don't know what happened to him.
I think he might have died of old age.
I don't know. We need a house painter. Okay, anyways, squirrel.
Part of the problem is we have an old house, which means it's more work. And it's like, they're like, well, we can do your house, it's going to be a pain in the butt, or we can do those 6 houses that aren't going to be a pain in the butt. So, Who are you and why should we care?
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I need a licensed, bonded, and insured electrician. Oh, well, I can do electrical work, okay? Company name? Who do you work for? Oh, I just do it. Oh, I'm just a handyman. Okay,
Nope.
Are you licensed? No. Next, please.
Sorry. I have seen what happens when morons work with electricity. I've seen it at work. Oh, I didn't tell you this funny story of we have this guy at work. He doesn't work with me, but he's one of the guys on the floor. He's the guy that's blown something up 8 times, 7 or 8 times now. And he's blowing it up because it's a high power RF measurement and it's water cooled. So water's cooling it while it's at over almost 2,000 watts.
Yeah.
Which is stupid amount of energy. So it's water cooled to keep it okay. Well, he keeps turning off the water pump without turning off the electricity first.
That was home run. What?
He turns off the water cooling without turning off the electricity. It's kind of like leaving the heating coils in a space heater on, but turning the fan off.
Why does he?
Because he keeps forgetting, because it's 2 separate buttons. And he keeps forgetting to do one. And I don't know why. And then the guy, because we told him, just never turn the water off. You never have to. Just don't turn it off. The amount of money we will lose in electricity, we will save in the damage we're doing. And the water system sprung a leak. So he stepped in the water, picked up the power cord, and unplugged it from the extension cord while standing in water.
Even I know that's a bad idea.
I know. We looked at it, we're like, you could have died.
You could have.
Oh, and then he was out of what he needs to do for his job for 3 weeks. It took us to get the part.
Lord.
They were already on order. I ordered them 3 months ago. We just got them in this week.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Goodness.
Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Great balls of something.
Well, if he gets good, great balls of fire, we know he's dead.
Yeah.
Plasma's no joke.
I don't care how big they are. I cast fireball. You don't get that. You won't get that if you're not a D&D nerd.
Actually, if you do social media, you've probably seen it.
Maybe. Possibly. Ouch. Don't stab yourself, Laura.
Why is Laura crying? The needles are currently sticking through her hand. Not in her hand, through her hand.
Okay. That just makes me want to,
That just makes me want to know why you're using such a long needle.
Yeah. But.
I'm a butt?
Not you, the thread.
So I'm not a butt? I'm going to die. I'm in danger.
And I have to do 10 more stitches to hit 400. Then I'm moving the hoop. Joe, you'll appreciate this. Hubby works for a large international company that makes MRIs. They had a fire at the plant on Thursday. That sounds bad. And dangerous.
Wow.
The safety people were not happy when about half of the workers stayed inside when the alarm went off. Yeah, I could see why they would not be happy.
We actually had the opposite problem last week. I forgot to tell you about this, actually.
Oh, boy.
The fire alarm went off twice.
Oh, boy.
Because the alarm company was there.
Yeah.
They were taking pictures and videos of the fire? Okay, I thought they thought it was a false alarm. Oh, my God. How many people got fired?
I mean, did anybody get in trouble for this? That doesn't seem safe.
No, that's just...
This week I found a gold needle while vacuuming. I don't remember using gold needles in years. Oh, my. Lovely. May not be able to get much more than this stitches. I can't see. My eyeballs are...
Yeah, I'm actually thinking... it's getting a little too dark for me to see.
Hold on. That helps. I'm going to get my headlamp. I really need to replace this light. Oh, boy. See, we've had the AeroGarden pop on.
Let's just turn that dang thing on.
For a while. But it sprung a leak.
Well, there's a way to turn it on without turning on everything else.
Well, you can turn it on. It just won't have water in it. The light will turn on. It's unplugged.
Well, actually, give her something else real quick.
Okay. What are you looking for?
The little disc with the light that sticks out of it. That's a little straight.
I think that one upstairs somewhere.
Ah, that's what I think of.
Yeah, I'm trying to clean the dining room up. Anyways, moving along. Light. Or it's not going to work at all now. Oh, yeah, it's set in there. I told you it was dying. Well, now it's dead. It's going to the garbage.
Well, I don't know. I'm doing after stream.
Yeah.
Like, I'm serious. Like, I might have to just start sitting and chit chatting because I'm running out of the ability to see. I'll get the satellite next
I
time.
have to, yeah.
I think it's like I got really nice. The only problem is all the lights I have.
Well, and remember, that's the problem with the stick light. We couldn't get it in a spot where it could be seen, and it wasn't like right in the middle of the camera view.
Yeah, and all the other stuff. I'll have to be creative next week and see if I can figure something out.
Creativity. I don't know what that voice was, but
My nightmares come to life.
start with me.
Boop 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 boop. Oh, is that not the start button? I can press other places. Doop.
Anyways. Yeah. I only have 6 stitches in here. Goodness gracious.
Great balls.
A fire.
Roll 32d6.
I don't have 32d6.
I do. Gotta go get them.
Do you want a cookie?
Yes.
Fake cookies. I have cookies I fake.
Yeah. Now you have to. You said it.
Yes, I do.
That should be a rule. If you tell somebody you want a cookie and you don't have cookies, you have to get them cookies.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies. That was the thing in World of Warcraft. I don't really remember why. Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
Yeah. I know that was a Star Wars meme.
We use it in World of Warcraft for something.
Just the fact that it's a cool joke with cookies in it.
I mean, yeah.
Why are you talking about cookies? Why are you not talking about cookies?
I mean, in fairness, yes. Okay. What I need is over there? I don't know. I think what I need is over there.
Oh, and if you could please like the stream, that would be awesome. How's that whole algorithm thingy, baby?
That.
Hey, honey, want to laugh?
How much black do you have?
A lot.
Same.
Okay, I have to make a really bad joke because this is what you're doing. Hold on. Trying to make it easy for you to photograph.
Thanks. So my stitches aren't invisible? Because last night... I really don't need the number in it. Last night...
Don't you have to have a little, like, note word or something on there? Oh, you don't have to take a picture of the 18?
I took the picture with the 18
Oh,
in
okay.
it.
I didn't think. Okay, never mind. I didn't think you did. I'm sorry.
So last night I posted my start picture, and then I posted my end picture. Except my end picture was my start picture. And the overlord was like, "Are you invisible stitches?" I'm like, "Yep." Absolutely. Just keeping y'all on your toes.
You know what my smart ass would do?
What?
Oh, crap. I knew that. I forgot they took levels in Rogue.
Remember that for next time. Now we have to move the hoop. Without, like, creating chaos.
But chaos.
I know.
You need chaos.
I know, we're chaos gremlins.
I want chaos cookies.
You just want cookies.
Yes.
And your point?
Okay, who here would turn down a cookie placed in front of them?
Maybe somebody would.
Well, that's why I asked. If I didn't think anybody would, I wouldn't have asked.
Yes, I just beat that to get it in the thing.
Beat it. Beat it. Wee.
Cookies. It depends on the kind. See, there are cookies I would turn down.
Chocolate frickin' chip. We'll just go with the B basic.
Sugar cookies, the basic.
No, I think of sugar cookies as canvases.
Andrea says not I. Teresa said cookies. Cookies.
Nummy.
Okay.
How to get an interactive chat with your how to get your chat to be interactive, Benji Cookies.
Bring up Woogies. Okay, I turned on Twisty Rotate, and that's not helping me. Now I need to go over here and find this. Boy.
Well, considering the fact she's cooking them, I'm
Even
saying
chocolate chip, I'm kind of picky about. They have to be soft and gooey. Not like hard crunchy cookies.
Right. One, I'll even eat those because it's better than nothing. But yeah, no. If I had a preference, like when she says, "Hey, I just made this cookie and there's still smoke coming off of it," a little wisps of heat, and it's just melted chocolate and gooiness.
My nieces at the beginning of the school year did fundraisers. One sold these things called butter braids, which are basically like a bread with filling. One sold cookies, frozen cookie doughs, shaped and formed. So I bought 2 boxes of cookies from the cookie one, sugar and chocolate chip, and I still have some in the freezer. Guess what I'm gonna be doing later.
I guess that's part of the reason why I brought up chocolate chip, because you can go into any grocery store and find chocolate chip cookie dough.
Well, yeah. Pictures taken, I'll post.
And as long as you follow the directions written on the package, guess what you're going to wind up with?
Cookies.
I don't know the answer to this. I just have an opinion on it, so I'm going to get everybody else's opinion on it.
Okay.
What do you think is the number one way somebody screws up chocolate chip cookie dough, cooking it in an oven.
You overcook it?
Actually, that is not mine. That's on there, but that's not mine.
Okay.
Mine is putting too many on the pan. So they're too close together. And you wind up with a cookie.
I don't like crunchy cookies.
I like crunchy cookies. I don't like burnt cookies. And yes, there's a difference. And it's usually the cookies that are meant to be a little crunchy.
Homemade is the best. But press cookies are yummy, but my ability to make press cookies is not good. My favorite are window cookies. I avoid that by making cookie bars. I mean, cookie bars are a very good thing, too. To figure out how many stitches I have to go to the end. I'm counting. One of the reasons I liked Middle Start is because it's a lot easier to deal with borders because you don't have to count nearly as much.
Technically, I did Middle Start.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 6. I believe I'm writing that down. I ain't counting that again. Nope. Okay, so where is the piece of thread that goes to this? Oh yeah, I forgot I was on the bottom. It doesn't matter, it still counts out the same. Don't ask questions, folks.
You don't want to know.
Don't ask questions you may not want answers to. I learned this when working with children. One time, this kid was taking forever in the bathroom. And I mean, like, forever. He was in there for legit, like, 10 minutes. I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm pooping, Miss Laura. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
You know what? Especially with kids, yeah, odds are, is it taking a while? It's like they're either entertaining themselves while pooping or just pooping. Either way, they're pooping.
Yep. Same kid, a couple years later, was eating breakfast one morning and set the fork down on the side of the bowl, and the bowl tipped over, and his Cheerios fell. Now, they were dry Cheerios. They didn't have milk because he didn't want milk on his Cheerios. And I was like, dude, your bowl exploded. He goes, my bowl spoiled my Cheerios. I had this little girl. She would put her cup down. Like, she would put her cup, and not, like, slam her cup down. She would just set it down in a normal, like, all the other kids were setting it down the same way, and her cup would, like, explode with milk every single time. And they were, like, the plastic disposable cups. So, like, she would have a different one every time she drank something. I still have not figured out how her milk exploded. I was like, are you squeezing it when you put it down? Are you slamming it down? No, I watched her one day, and it just... like, child! What magic is this?
I was about to say, hey, I think you found Gambit's kid.
Clearly. Clearly.
No.
We're not there yet. We have 7 minutes.
Oh no. I'm.
What?
Do you want the answer, or do you want me to tell you when we're done with the live?
You can wait till we're done.
As she said.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. That's why I said you can wait. You can wait, sir.
Yes, I can.
So, here's my random tip that I'm going to tell you. So, when I was doing my lines, this way, like you do when you make normal X's, like what I do when I make my normal X's, every 10 I would cross the 10th stitch, so I could not lose count. Well, this way, this up here, I've got to go this way. So every 10th stitch, I'm going to do the stitch above it so I don't lose, so I can keep track of my count. Since it's a double, it's a stack double, it's a double line. There's another little trick. If you're doing like something with single stitches, you can do that. Or you can use a piece of just different colored thread that you're not going to need in there. If you're doing it with an over dyed and you don't want to make your variegation look funky, just take a piece of solid that you're not going to need, and every 10th stitch put an X in there above it that you can pull out when you're done. It seems like extra work, but I have learned it's worth that little bit of extra because it's a lot of work to try to keep counting.
Well, James, you know what I'm actually having to do for this one because of this pattern has between 5 and 7 stitches, and there are sometimes all of it's offset. Sometimes this side's flat, but this side's offset. So this is 5, this is 6. Sometimes this is 7, and this is 1 over, and it's 6. And it's shifting back and forth in order to make the illusion of a diagonal line. I literally have to stop every line and highlight.
That's where I would bust out the counting the outline, doing the outline.
By the time I realized this was going to be a problem, I was halfway down the first line.
Oh, fair.
And I was just like, I'm done. And it's also a thing where it's how my brain is. Because what works, here's my best advice. What works for her doesn't work for me. What works for me doesn't work for her.
Very true.
And that is perfectly fine. Anyone who tells you they have the end-all, beat-all, perfect way to do this, and if you don't do it their way, you're doing it wrong, they're an egotistical, and they should shut up.
There's no cross-stitch, please.
Just cross-stitch dictators.
Yeah. There's a gal in Daylilies, my EGA guild, that doesn't highlight her pattern. None of us understand how she accomplishes it.
My guess is she has a photographic memory.
I don't know. I use knots. I know that's a huge. Well, it's what works for you. My niece uses knots, and it's fine. So, yeah.
Oh, where am I?
I don't know.
Go.
No. I'm concentrating very, very hard. So we went to breakfast this morning. You know how when you go to a restaurant, the server usually introduces themselves. Hi, I'm so-and-so. I'll be your server today. Joe hadn't been up for very long. So just like a habit, out of habit wise. He goes, "Hi, my name's Joe." And introduces himself. Our server thought it was great. She's like, "This is great. Now I know you guys by your first name." I'm like, "Yeah, we come in again. She's going to remember us because we were different." But it was great because we went in. She had like 2 tables. And so we ordered. Got what we wanted. She came and checked on us. I said, Joe was still eating. I was done. I said, "I need a box." She's like, "You want some more sweet tea?" I'm like, "Yes, I would like some more sweet tea, please." Well, as she was checking on us, she got sat with 3 more tables right on top of each other, like 1, 2, 3. They don't normally do that there. They spread them out. So of course, it took her a hot minute to get back to us. She brings me more sweet tea in a to-go cup because we were Joe. By the time she was able to get back to us, Joe had finished, and so she brings the to-go box and she brings me more sweet tea in a to-go cup because we were done, and she wanted to make sure I had my sweet tea. I thought that was the best thing ever. And Joe and I have decided we're probably going to go to breakfast on Saturdays now.
1, good food. 2, little date nights. I just had to verify my entire line down because I broke my own habit because I'm tired, which is also means I'm done.
Yeah.
Luckily, I did highlight properly. I did it right. I just highlighted it when I was at the when I got half stitches, not when I was completely done. So I went to fill it in. Went, wait, I just did that. Oh God, did I just
I've
do
done
that?
that before.
Oh my God. And I'm like 90% of the way down the angle, so I had to count all of it.
Oh jeez.
It's all right. It's good. And time.
Frustrating. All right, it is 8 o'clock. You are right. It is time. It's 8 o'clock. I think we're both shot with sitting in here trying to stitch. I need to figure out something to do with lighting situation. Thank you. Next week is, so next week's the 27th, 28th, something like that. So we'll be here next week. So that is it for tonight. We will see you with our regular floss tube on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Until then.
Bye.